It's game day inside the Horseshoe. The Ohio State Buckeyes and the UCLA Bruins are just 90 minutes from kickoff here. Right behind me inside Ohio Stadium. Anthony Moeglin here with our pregame episode on the Buckeyes Roundtable YouTube channel. Also find us over on Buckeyes Roundtable. I got the scroller going at the bottom. Make sure you get over there. We got a boatload of content from today. It's a nice part about these 7:30 kicks is I got all day to write. So a bunch of stories up there for you to check out as you get yourself set on this beautiful football Saturday. And one of the negatives from today is the news has been announced about 30 minutes ago that Carnell Tate is out for tonight's game. Jeremiah Smith is questionable for tonight's game. Those are two names that you definitely don't want to see on the injury report. Carnell is less of a surprise because he was scratched from last week's game against Purdue. They told us it was precautionary reasons. Clearly, it's maybe something more than what they were leading on as Carnell. They're calling it calf soreness. He's out. He's out for tonight, and that's not something you like to see here in late November as you're trying to get your team all clicking on all cylinders as you turn that corner and head for the home stretch. The bigger one is Jeremiah. That's a surprise to many people. We're seeing him pop up on the injury report is not a good thing. He's going to give it a try in warmups to see what he's got, but this could be a game where Ohio State does tend to hold him out. They did it last week with Carnell. They're not going to need him for this game, right? Ohio State, as it sits right now, even after the injury news, is still 34.5-point favorites in this game. Heavy favorites. You don't want them to be more injured because they played against UCLA and sacrifice what is that Michigan game and what is a potential playoff run. But the fact of the matter is you don't like seeing this type of stuff this late in the year. In November, you don't like seeing names just pop up on the injury report, especially the likes of those two. Now, that's one side of the coin. The positive side of the coin, if you've watched any show of mine, you know I always try to find the silver lining in all of this. This is a hell of an opportunity for a couple guys. Julian Sayin being the number one. This guy has all year long shown that he's the best quarterback in all of college football. And the only thing that people say is it's because he's thrown to two aliens in Carnell and Jeremiah Smith. He's got the opportunity tonight to come out, ball out, and show everybody that, hey, I'm freaking good at football and I can play and I'm one of the best players in the country no matter who I'm throwing it to. And the top targets tonight are going to be Brandon Ennis. It's going to be awesome to see Ennis get his opportunity as the number one guy. And then you're going to see some of the guys we saw last week, Bryson Rogers, Moeglin Graham, and some others getting some opportunities to get out there and show what they're made of. That's the good part about Ohio State. That standard set so high that they must be successful and they must come out and continue to not drop the ball. Not drop, literally, no pun intended there, but not drop the standard of what it means to be an Ohio State Buckeyes receiver. So it's going to be really exciting to see what those guys do when they get their opportunity. And if we time this up right, obviously you see the UCLA guys playing catch behind me. I might get hit by one of them, but I think the Buckeyes are about to walk right behind me here, so that'll be pretty cool. But also a good opportunity for the Ohio State run game. I was texting my buddies right when the injury news broke, and one of them said, hey, maybe we'll pound the ball 50 times tonight to figure out the run game. That leaves Bo Jackson and Isaiah West the opportunity to have a big night because C.J. Donaldson's also on the injury report. He's questionable. He is going to give it a try on warm-ups to see what he can do. And if he can go, he'll go. But if not, it'll be Jackson, West, and James Peoples taking the lion's share of the carries, which is totally fine. Get in there, prove that you can run it because, again, another guy in the injury report, Josh Padilla. We were expecting to get him back, or at least hoping to get him back soon, to get him back at the right guard position. That's been a major question for this Ohio State team, is that right guard position. Taggart going to get another chance at it tonight. He's got to be better. Coaches, you can oftentimes, when you get to know these coaches and how they answer questions, they say a lot by saying very little. And Ryan Day last week after Purdue gave a lot of facial expressions to show his frustration with what the right guard position has yielded for them. Similarly, the right tackle position's been a little bit of a question mark, but Ian Moore stepped in last week and was special for the Buckeyes. He was dominant in the run game. He was great in the pass game. Really good work by him. He's going to get another chance tonight against UCLA to continue to prove that. So there's a ton of storylines on the offensive side of the football. Those guys feel like they're beat up a little bit, and a lot of young guys are going to get the opportunity to get in there and prove their worth. On the defensive side of the ball, the Buckeyes are going to be at full strength. That group has just gotten better and better and better and better. They started the year as the best group in the country, and they've just continued to elevate their game and prove that week after week, play after play, they're a problem to deal with. It's everywhere. It's up front. Kenyatta Jackson's playing great football. Caden McDonald in the inside has proven nationally that he's a dude. He is a dude. And we see it every week, but he's proven it nationally. Our linebacking core, you can't say enough about him. It's Sonny Styles. It's Arvell Reese. They've been special. Arvell Reese has skyrocketed his draft stock. The people were talking about him. I saw an article the other day that he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. It's oh my gosh. Ask that guy 12 months ago what he thought about his options in the NFL. He would not have said he was going to be a number 1 overall pick, but his play has earned him that. He's been special. We hardly talk about Caleb Downs anymore because he doesn't get to make plays, but he's still in the back in the back end. And then the other guy is Davison Igbenogson, who is still an elite player. He never gets tested because quarterbacks can't even get it out to their wide receivers. And that leads us to the next point, is that at 2 a.m. this morning it was released and it was announced that Nico Iamaleava is out for tonight's game. He will not play tonight for the UCLA Bruins. He suffered a concussion last week against Nebraska. His replacement, Luke Duncan. He's warming up right behind. Let's see if I can spot him. He's actually right behind my head. To say he's built like a rail would be an understatement. He's 6'6", 210 pounds. I was saying if the sun hits him right, you can see you can see him like an X-ray. He's that skinny, he's that tall, he's that lanky. This is his first career start. We saw how that went back in August when Arch Manning had his first career start here. Duncan's getting his first career start inside the Horseshoe. I don't care who you are, what you do. Starting your first time inside the Horseshoe is a challenge, and doing it against the best defense in the country does not make that any easier. Duncan's going to get his opportunity to do that. The Iamaleava story is a bummer, right? I certainly, maybe this was a personal thing, but I was excited to see how he came back here, right? Last December, almost a calendar year ago, he brought the Tennessee Volunteers into town for that first-round playoff matchup, and it went horribly for him. He was bad. He only threw for 109 yards. He rushed for 2 touchdowns, but he ran it 20 times, I think, for 47 yards and 2 scores. He was 19 of 31 for 104 yards, no touchdowns. The Buckeyes are going to be walking in right behind me. The crowd is leaning over the edge to get some high fives, so this should be cool to see as they walk through. Coach Day will be coming here in just a moment. But really bummed that Iamaleava is not going to get the opportunity to play. But it is what it is. For UCLA, good chance for some of their younger guys to get in there and try to make something happen. For Ohio State's defense, it's going to be more of the same. Just continue to suffocate out other offenses. They just choke these dudes out. They're elite at what they do, and just really excited to see what they bring to the table. As you hear many men play in the background, here come the Buckeyes. Here comes Coach Day. He's going to come right over my left shoulder right here. It's going to be awesome to see him. But just a beautiful night for some football. I'm actually positive. Ultimately, it's a beautiful night. I had to pause it real quick because they just turned the volume all the way up. They didn't turn it much down, but we're going to power through because it's a gorgeous night for some football. This is a mid-November night that feels like an early October night, and this place is going to be rocking. There's nothing like a night game. There's nothing like a night game inside the Horseshoe. We're going to get a great one tonight. So we're wrapping this preview show up with my pick for the game. All right, so before I got the injury news, I was thinking Bucks by maybe 45-3, 45-10, something in that range. I still think they're gonna roll. I think they cover. I think that it ultimately falls down a little bit. I think they lose a touchdown with those injuries. So I got Ohio State 38, UCLA 3. I think UCLA puts one in late, but I do think the Buckeyes continue to roll. It's impossible to play against good football against this defense to begin with, let alone with the first-time starter. So I think it's going to be a long night for the Bruins, and I think for the Buckeyes it's going to be a ton of fun. So make sure you're locked into all things Buckeyes here on the Buckeyes Roundtable. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Be with you right after the game with the post-game show with no music in the background, but also have all the coaches' press conferences, player press conferences, and all of the post-game stuff. So make sure you're dialed in here. And then also we'll have our post-game reaction too. So subscribe to the channel. Go follow us over on the website, Buckeyes Roundtable, and get excited for some night Buckeye football. Ohio State, UCLA, 7:30 p.m. tonight inside the Horseshoe. Thanks, everybody, for jumping in. We'll see you after the game.